Hey, what's up, my little tattletales? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Kimberly Kardashian, y'all, when Kim just don't got any loyalty. She is literally now making headlines and bragging about mocking her family to make a buck. Now, listen, I understand Kim being like, haha, I'm in a joke, you can mock me, but you're mocking your family and you're letting Ryan Murphy exploit it for monetary gain. Y'all, let's get into this because, again, is this why Kim and Khloe have taken distance? Because Kim's whole storyline is basically mocking Khloe. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the new extended trailer for American Horror Story has come out. Okay, fine, right? Except when you see the story, it's a little bit odd, okay? I'll give you the little thing. So basically, Kim is the head of a coven of witches, right? I assume these witches cannot act and suck. Okay, fine. We haven't seen Kim's acting, but come on, we see her on Keeping Up with the Kardashians for 7 seasons. It's gonna give cardboard, gonna give stiff, gonna get, gonna give starch. Anyway, right? She's the head of a coven of witches. The coven of witches trick an unsuspecting girl who is undergoing IVF because they're desperate to have a baby, trick an unsuspecting girl into going to IVF. And then with IVF, they implant her with some type of spider, demon, it's Ryan Murphy. It could be all of the above, okay? Um, all I have to really say about that is this is Kourtney 2.0. Because if you guys don't know, Khloe had a tough time with surrogacy. Now, I know what you're saying, Tisa, what's this got to do with Ryan Murphy? If you guys pay any attention to Ryan Murphy or American Horror Story, right? Ryan Murphy goes after pop culture. What he does is he watches pop culture. He sees what people are into, what they're not into, who's popping, who's not. And from that, he makes his American Horror Stories. From that. Now, at best, this was a concerted campaign from Kris Jenner, right? To amplify. Because you can look at this from two ways, right? One, you can be like, this is Kourtney 2.0. Ryan Murphy saw that a bunch of people think the Kardashians are witches, they're a coven, they're this, they're evil. They made a pact with the devil to get what they want. To which I would say, was it the devil or was it a pact with their plastic surgeon? I'm just saying, these are things we need to talk about, right? And he decided to make that a storyline. Not even that, around this time that Kim had gotten approached to even be in the Ryan Murphy production, let's not forget Khloe had to announce to the world because Tristan was embarrassing so much. And at least Khloe had to announce that she was bringing a child in the world via surrogate, right? Little Tatum. When that happened, Ryan Murphy saw everybody in pop culture being like, what is going on with the Kardashians? Why are you guys like not even carrying your own children? Now, if you can't carry your child, everybody deserves it. This isn't anything about surrogacy, IVF. That's great for if you need to do it, right? Whoever can do it. I wish it was available for anybody that wanted to happen. But they were looking at the Kardashians as you guys are so obsessed with a need for perfection. These plastic faces that you think are perfect, these plastic bodies that are supposed to be perfect, by them being so false and so artificial and carved out and man-made, it becomes a very warped, almost perverse sense of what sorry of what perfection is. Okay, so there was a huge backlash around the time that Khloe was like, oh, I'm doing surrogate, to which everybody was like, Khloe, what are you talking about? Kim, we know, couldn't carry children, but why are you doing this? Oh, because Khloe, people surmise, had just gotten skinny again. She thought, the streets were saying, that Tristan gave one of the excuses for cheating on her while she was pregnant was that he had needs that needed to be he had needs that needed to be satisfied, and because Khloe, he's not attracted. Listen, this is what the streets are saying. Tristan wasn't attracted to pregnant women. Imagine making pregnant women, but you not being attracted to them. tell me he ain't one of the 13 disciples of hell. And yes, I said it, one of the 13 disciples of the devil. Anyway, right? Khloe and the family were being dragged about it. People were starting to talk about how weird and odd it was, okay? Around that time, Kim was also doing weirdo things like keeping locks of Marilyn Monroe's hair, even though Ripley's, believe it or not, the museum played Kim. They thought that it was Marilyn's hair. Marilyn's hairdresser came out and absolutely not. That was not a lock of Marilyn's hair. They gave Kim Kardashian Barbie doll hair, right? But everybody was like, why does Kim need a lock of a dead person's hair? Kris went under surgery for her hip. Kim was like, did you get the hip? Like, I like collecting bones. It was just really weirdo things. Like, why do you need a dead person's hair? Why do you need a hip bone? It was just weird, right? Kim at that time had unveiled her weird preoccupation with remaining young forever, saying she would pretty much do everything she could to remain young. Even she would eat a bowl full of poo-poo, if you will, every single every single day to stay young forever. So you guys, like, I hope I'm like, let me just get to the point, right? So around that time, there were people being like, yo, what is going on? What type of witchcraft are you trying to practice and failing? Because, baby, we see your faces and your bodies, right? So there was all this stuff going on in pop culture, the surrogacy, the this, the that, this, that, and the third. Ryan Murphy rides pop culture. He pays attention to pop culture. He writes roles according to pop cultures. And when he gives people guest roles, it's according to the pop culture rumors around them. Again, fine. But the fact that Kim took a role that basically mocks someone having a horrific surrogacy process or not understanding what surrogacy was or what and them exploiting that, it's giving, why are you doing that to Khloe? It's giving, is anything not for sale? It's giving, do you have any loyalty to anyone that just for a role you are willing, mock yourself all you want, but you're willing to mock your sister who just said she was suffering from postpartum and going through all this stuff? Again, this could be why Khloe is distancing herself from Kim. On top of Kim realizing that, like, she can't have Tristan as her plus one when Tristan has a whole family waiting for him to come home to make some dry curry chicken, right? So anyway, the only other thing that people have saying is going on is that, of course, Kris is Kim's manager, okay? Kris, for some or whatever reason, wants Kim to be the one so GD bad, because that's who she put all the eggs in. That's who she puts all her energy in. That's who she will always make sure is good no matter what. Even though clearly, if you needed someone to actually be the business brains, creativity brains, and carry on for the next generation, Kourtney's the one that should have did it. The only problem is Kourtney, she's not down with sacrificing everything for $1. She wants to make money. Everybody wants to make money, but she's not willing to sacrifice people's mental health to make the dollar. Kris will. People are saying that Kris was the one that she is fine with Kim selling the family out. They are fine with people laughing at them and being made a mockery as long as it brings them money. Let's not forget, everybody remembers the Kardashians once Kanye got involved, but they were a joke before Kanye got involved. They were less than delisted. They were known for a weird kind of family that made weird jokes, and like, remember when Rob was licking Kris's toes? Remember what, like, they're just, remember when Kim was crying about like doing revenge Pete to Kourtney? Like, do you guys remember this, right? They're saying that Kris was fine to do this. I think that maybe both, if anything can be believed, I think that both things can be true. Kris will always look at Khloe as expendable. Khloe knows this. That's why she's always running after them, licking their feet, right? Kim doesn't care about anybody but Kim's thing. She will sell out. I hope it never comes between her fame and her children. I know she loves her children, but I'd be worried if I were them about what choice it will be, right? But anyway, this is 2.0. This is just like Kim with Drake. Again, Kim really doesn't know what loyalty is. And maybe that's why when she had it with Kanye, I'm not saying he was perfect. That was her marriage, but maybe that's why she didn't value it. Because it's the same woman that went to Drake's concert. Now, y'all can be like, oh, who cares? Kanye this, Kanye that. Well, who cares? Kanye should have brought that on himself. But can we not forget that Kim's the only that tweeted from herself and accused Drake, what was it, 6 years ago, of threatening her, her family, and her husband? And then this fool went to his concert. You went to a concert of someone you tweeted 6 years ago had not only insulted your family, but he also called your sister a ho ho ho. Let's not forget the Khloe debacle. He also called Kendall, like he's literally said mess about everybody in the family except for like who? Kourtney? Okay. So all this mess happens and you're just supposed to be cool with it. Y'all, listen, Kim doesn't have any loyalty. The only thing Kim is loyal to is to making that dollar. And I hope to God it never comes between her children and making a dollar, because I honestly don't know what Kim's going to pick. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway, you little tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.